There is your final call of tonight's huge, enormous, fantastic, unbelievable, well, at least to two-thirds of the WEEI afternoon crew. Two of us were bold enough to choose the New England Patriots in the upset. I was not one of them, and I will be lapped upon tomorrow and throughout the entire week. I will take my humble pie. I will chug the medicine gladly on top of it all because I'm so damn thrilled for each and every Pats fan out there who have labored through. Yes, I know no one's ever going to feel badly for a Boston sports fan or a Pats fan, Andy, because you had to go through a couple of tough years, a few turbulent times following the greatest double dynastic run between any coach and quarterback, between any player and coach in modern American sports history. But the last couple of years, let's be honest, they sucked. And this did not suck. This is, let me just share this one little bit with you right here. Of course, we always love a little schadenfreude, Andy, right? We always love, we are from New England after all, and part of massholery is, of course, to bathe in the misery of others, if not sometimes celebrate it. A friend of mine during the break just tipped me to exactly how badly Jets and Dolphins social media is melting down right now because this just in, the Pats are back. Yep. So Connor Hughes, who works for SNY, the Mets and Jets TV network in New York City, tweeted out just a few moments ago, man, now the Jets have to see Drake May and Mike Vrabel for the next 12 plus years. And the replies are just savage. And if you're a Pats fan, so delicious.
Life comes at you fast in the NFL when you have a franchise quarterback, and when you don't, it comes at you fast too. It's just bad life that comes at you fast, and that's the reality of the Dolphins and the Jets. And the Patriots are far from perfect, right? Like there's a long ways to go. You know what this team needs, but they have accelerated after trudging through the last couple years. They've accelerated the process. It feels like over the first month plus of this season. And it hasn't even been perfect or easy. Like, we can bitch about the turnovers. We can bitch about the penalties. Like, there are things to bitch about. But then you take a step back and you're like, yeah, but that Drake May guy, he looks really good. And, the wide receiver you signed to be the wide receiver one for now, coming off an ACL that some people thought would hold him off the field for the first month plus. Well, he's got back-to-back 100-yard games. And that short-armed left tackle, seems like he's holding his own over there on the left side of the line. He's even got a fellow rookie to pair up with right next to him to have fun. So, yeah, there's things for us to bitch about. Oh, and Christian Gonzalez, he's back on the field. We were bitching about his hamstring. We didn't know if he hated Mike Vrabel, didn't want a contract, didn't want to play, wanted a contract, whatever the hell was. All of that is now sort of in the wake behind you, and you're like, wait, 3-2? Oh, by the way, they also won our age-old question of who'd win more games in October, the Patriots or the Red Sox. Well, it's now 1-0, and it could be 3 more tacked on the backside.
There could potentially be. They could run the table in October.
This is as optimistic as me personally. I know you people had your optimisms at various times, including the 2021 season when the computers fell in love with Mac Jones and the Patriots.
They're going to play Brady in the Super Bowl, it says.
All of that. I never bought into that. I thought they were the biggest paper champion of all time, and I thought Mac Jones was a noodle-armed weenie. And now, this is as positive as I have been about the Patriots in 6 years, 7 years. You have a coach and you have a franchise quarterback. You know what that means in the National Football League? You are set up to compete for the playoffs for the next X number of years. Because that's, if you have a quarterback and a coach, you compete for the playoffs on an annual basis. Guys will get hurt. Oh, we have a wide receiver making plays. We don't. We this, the defense, the ups, the downs. When you start the conversation with a coach and a quarterback, that puts you in like the top 20% of the National Football League on an annual basis, and that's where
you're ahead of everybody else already when you know you've got a coach that is competent. That was our big C word heading into the season. He is full of confidence, and he's a cocksure gentleman, and this would restore competence.
He's an a-hole sometimes, too, apparently, according to him.
I love, which we love about him, and I love when he says it.
He's our a-hole, just like Belichick was.
If you were not listening on the .com or the Odyssey app, then you missed a few seconds of the Mike Vrabel press conference. You can go back and watch it on social media, Patriots.com, etc. But he definitely dropped an a-hole bomb right in the middle of there. And I whispered crystal clear, loud and proud, no shame. And I whispered into the ear of our producer, Zach Coe, like, did you let that one fly? He's like, no, I had to dump it out. I was like, man, you know what? I don't think there's a single person that works for the FCC or is just in Pat's Nation at large that would call into WEEI and say, I heard a swear at 11:51 p.m. from Mike Vrabel.
When you win in Buffalo, you let them fly.
It's Buffalo style, right? When you've got the quarterback and you got the coach, you've already got a huge step in the right direction. I love that this is bothering Jets and Dolphins fans. I love that there's a faint whiff of insufferability in the air. And I love when Pat's people call in and want to talk a big win and the ball game they just watched up in Buffalo. Andy, let's begin with the sequel to Chinatown. That's right, the two Jakes. We got a couple of Jakes on the line here on the Six Rings Postgame Show. First, we'll go halfway around the globe, all the way down to Australia. I have no idea what time it is, but it's definitely time to talk to Jake in Australia. First up here on Six Rings. Hello, Jake.
Howdy, let's get rowdy.
Attaboy. How'd you enjoy that one, friend?
Has anyone got a table I can jump through right now?
Make sure to cover yourself in hot sauce and Fireball whiskey while you're at it, friend.
Oh, sounds delicious. What a good day it has been.
Jake, let me ask you, as somebody who has been a regular caller to our postgame show for years during all of the struggles of the end of Belichick through the Gerard Mayo era or year, and now this, how much more do you relish a big win like this that not only is just enjoyable for what it is, but also may hat tip like that the Patriots are turning things around and heading in the right direction?
I went into today thinking if we can keep up with them, that's a good sign for the rest of the year. But the fact that we could get over them has just pushed that next level. Like, we are onwards and upwards. Even with injuries, stuff going on left and right, we can still get over the line. And Drake Maye has had his not necessarily clutch moment, but he held us in there to get us to that line, which he hadn't quite had yet. So that was an awesome positive to come out of that game.
Yes, it was, my friend. Well, listen, you go. You please return to your Monday afternoon or evening activities already in progress. And thank you for being the first caller tonight. Hope you enjoyed the game, buddy, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Take it easy, guys.
See you, Jake.
All right. Jake from Australia, everybody. 617-779-7937 if you want to jump in on the Six Rings postgame show. Always love to hear from Jake in Australia, Andy. And, of course, we follow his subdued enjoyment with the fire and passion that is Jake in Boston. What's Jake in Boston going to be like tonight, Andy, after the Patriots played a really good game and pulled off the upset? Want to find out?
Oh, he's going to be fired up about something on social media.
All right. What's up, Jake?
Fitzy, it took 5 years, 2 coaches, and you sort of coming to the light about how right I've been. But there was hope tonight. And the big story tonight was obviously Drake Maye. But Drake Maye never won a game like this at Carolina. He never had a statement game. He had a decent coach. He had decent talent around him. He played in a garbage conference, couldn't beat Clemson, couldn't win a conference title. Tonight was a statement win, and one that Drake has not had since high school, one that his brother had on the basketball court, but one that he hasn't had. That is the biggest takeaway from tonight, is Drake Maye had a statement game on national television. Now, speaking of, well, I wasn't the biggest fan of the mental health game ball, as you guys said. Mike Vrabel does deserve a lot of credit there. Granted, it was a kick on turf in ideal conditions, so he should have made that kick 100 times out of 100, but it's the mental health thing. So credit to Mike Vrabel there. Speaking of Steph Diggs, by the way, and I don't want to go down this road, but Steph Diggs has had some stuff here that's very similar to Antonio Brown. I guess you have to suck for 5 years to let bygones be bygones when you cost yourself a Super Bowl with a decision in 2019. Steph Diggs brought his A game tonight. Steph Diggs has big cojones, and it shows in the work that he put in to get back from a major injury in the amount of time he has. And then last but not least, speaking of Carolina, well, isn't it nice not to have a coaching staff of Nepo babies for a change? What about that? Stevie Boy was down 35 to 3
All right, Jake,
halftime.
you were too positive. You were.
Pants.
I know. All right, Jake, you were. I'm gonna cut you off right there because we'll eventually get to that sometime over the course of the week on the afternoon program or on WEI at large.
It's too good, Fitzy.
I know. I got you, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you for the call, Jake. You were too I just want to remember positive Jake. I want to start my Monday with the energy, passion of positive Jake right there. I'm happy to hear even you can celebrate a big win like that. And it is a good point, Andy. This is not only the signature win for the Patriots this decade, this is the signature win of young Drake Maye's career. It's not a full-blown comeback win, but he did have 2 minutes on the clock. It was a tie game. He was in enemy territory. It was a hostile environment, and he did lead them down long enough, or at least far enough, so that the rookie kicker could blast it through from 52. It doesn't count as a comeback win, but it's a game-winning drive. That has to be the biggest football game to date in Drake Maye's life.
No question about it. And even Drake Maye has alluded to this, talked about this. His sort of the story of his career at Carolina, quote unquote, was they'd have a decent record, play in a big game that would put them over the hump, top 10, and they'd lose that game. They couldn't win that game. And this is the measuring stick. This is the Clemson of the AFC East. Like, that is this measuring stick opportunity on the road, and you got the job done. And I liked what he said post-game, talking about, growing up as a kid, his father, his brothers always said, you want the ball with the game on the line. Whatever sport it's going to be, basketball, football, want the ball with the game on the line. He did, and he came through. And more importantly, from what we've seen, not even going back to high school or college, from what we've seen, more importantly than him coming through to put you in position to win, was he didn't give the ball away. There had been too many times in the first year plus of his New England career where when he had that opportunity, not only did he not come through, he gave the ball away. He gave the ball to the other team via fumble or via interception. He didn't do that. He played a clean game and then did everything his team needed to win. So, yeah, this is the next step in the evolution. And you know me, I think this 4-game stretch has changed everything perception-wise. After that first week, when everybody was like, he looks scared. He's got too much on his plate. Oh, Josh
is thinking, the too much on the plate days. That's right.
That's long gone and hard to find. Now it's, how good is he? Is he top 10? Is he top 7? Is he top 5? Jalen Hurts is losing. Jalen Hurts can't hit his receivers. Jalen Hurts has all the talent, except they're not making good use of it. You give him a little bit of talent. Hell, he's got a running back that fumbles all the time. He still ends up with him in the end zone twice. The Drake Maye Q rating is going through the roof very quickly. Very, very quickly.
Yeah, he's a pretty hot commodity right now. And
he'll be on WEEI afternoons tomorrow.
Today.
Today, actually. Soon.
Yeah, and hopefully if you're listening to this in the morning on your commute into work, you go, oh, this is what they call appointment listening. I'll have to tune in to Fitzy and Hart later on today, and hopefully Marcus Jones and Drake Maye have decent cell phones, and we're able to hear what they have to say. Please.
For the love of God, please.
Did we use all of the karma and our wishes and our genie rubs? Did we use them all up on the game tonight? Because I just want a decent phone call. We're also not sure, by the way, we're not sure what time they'll be calling in. Vrabel could be late because they are flying back from Buffalo as
if we could do an
Andy.
Overnight post-game show, they can get their asses up and call into our show on time with a good phone.
Okay, your question before the break, sir.
Real quick, was this the first time, and I want to be respectful of this, but was this the first time that he made his religion apparent? I don't remember him being as outspoken in that way in a post-game press conference previously.
There were two things about Vrabel. By the way, our boss, Ken Laird, confirming right now, Mike Vrabel will be calling into the Greg Hill Show tomorrow, 9 a.m.
9.
So if you want to listen at 9, he'll be at 9 o'clock.
Oh, you mean
Bueller,
he'll
9.
be on at 9?
9, yes, he'll be on later today.
He won't be.
We're not sure about Drake and Marcus yet for the afternoon show. He'll be on at 9 o'clock on the Greg Hill Show. Take it in live, or, of course, you could always use the Odyssey app and listen to it at your appointment time, whatever's comfortable and convenient for you. No, that was the most religious I'd heard Drake in a presser.
And I'm fine with
well,
it.
and the most fiery I've ever seen him on the sidelines. Like, there was a big let's go. Like, he had a killer look on his face. I think I saw Drake's savage face for the first time tonight, and I kind of like it.
We also saw his scared poopless face when he was being grabbed by the neck and had to try to find Stephon Diggs on the sideline while a 320-pound man was trying to kill him. That face was classic, but he got the ball there.
He sure did. 617-779-7937. All your calls, you guys are jamming up the lines like you normally jam up Route 1 on your way out of Gillette Stadium after a big Pats game. We will get to all of you as well. We'll get to Andy's thumbs up, thumbs down, the Cars for Kids player of the game, a few more looks and insights on tonight's game as well. And hey, Andy, isn't it funny? Gonzo, Maye, now Will Campbell, Funny things happen to your football team when you nail your first-round picks and don't overthink it, huh?
Yeah, it's weird when you have a corner, a left tackle, and a quarterback that were your first-round picks in recent years, and they all play well. That kind of sets the foundation for you to be, I don't know, a really good team.